What's up, GL Nation? Theo here, GL Live. We have Brad Tenenholtz, CEO of the Corporate Esports Association. Brad, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
I am great, and it is a pleasure to be here. Very excited. How you doing, man?
It's been a long week, man. I'm
Uh,
sure. I'm sure you know what's going on.
I do. Yeah, we've been following that very closely.
The
Very
GL
closely.
staff wishes you well during these hard times, man. You got the COVID running around, affecting all of our businesses and livelihoods. Have you been affected by COVID at all?
CEA is kind of a remote organization to begin with, so we're doing okay. But yeah, I kind of do miss social interaction. It'd be nice to get out more often.
A little grocery store trip here and there
Yeah.
without having to stay 20 feet away from people would be nice.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So congratulations on all your success, man.
Thank you.
You guys have been doing really well with CEA. But I want to rewind a little bit and kind of talk more about your history and kind of how you all started. The After Hours Gaming League, right?
Mhm.
So basically, it's a team league, and you're putting these technology companies together, and they're battling it out on a professional esports platform. Shed some light on HGL for us.
Well, HGL is long in our past, but all it was is what we are today. We brought people together to play video games as companies of, as teams of coworkers. HGL is, a great organization that unfortunately we're no longer affiliated with. But we're moving on to bigger and brighter things here in the CEA. Where HGL was about playing games, we're about playing games, building communities, and showing the world how great those things are. We're very excited to open the spotlight to that this fall.
That's awesome, man.
Mhm.
So you guys put a professional show together. I mean, you're taking these like big name casters like DJ Wheat, Total Biscuit. What's the importance of creating that professional top end esports environment around these corporate style events?
Oh, it's the least we can do. I mean, when you have at the higher levels of CEA, the competition is very much at the professional esports level. And to do anything less to showcase that would be insulting to the people involved. And at the lower level of the CEA, you got people who are just there to have fun, who are just there to be with their friends and to make new friends. And, those people find matches too. Whatever your skill level is, you can definitely find meaningful competition in that bracket.
That's awesome, man. One day, hopefully, GL maybe will be in that corporate league. You can pair us up with IGN, huh?
Would you like that? We can do that. All right. Come on in. Bring your friends.
Give us a little bit here. Our staff has to grow just a tad, right?
Okay, sure. We're ready when you are.
So back to HGL. What was your main goal that you wanted to accomplish in that period?
Well, the HGL was just about exploring what this corporate esports thing could be. When CEA took off, it really took off as a result of knowing the potential of it. CEA kind of took the lessons that we learned and applied them in a more meaningful way. Where HGL very much kind of flirted with different bracket structures and kind of learned what the world was. CEA is taking that knowledge and applying it to be, really an esports for all type league. And then the growth we've seen out of that has been fantastic. I mean, we're just about to hit the $100,000 to charity mark. We're just about to hit the 20,000 reach of reach mark. I mean, it's really exciting.
100 G's, man. That's quite a lot of money, and into good places as well. And we'll talk about that just a little bit later.
Mhm.
So when did you first decide to make that move? What happened at HGL that kind of shut that down and made you want to start CEA?
Well, first of all, it was entirely amicable. Day 9 TV are wonderful people, and they, were the owners of HGL TV at the time. Phenomenal human beings, but they just didn't have time to continue to run the HGL due to some personal stuff that, it's all good news, but I'll let them talk about it. It's not my story to tell.
Yeah.
So we just we had a heart to heart, man. We talked and we figured out what we wanted the future of this thing to be. And, the future needed to be this kind of rebranding of corporate esports. And that's what we got out of it.
Yeah, man. I look here, like I look at the idea, and on paper it just looks so good, but I know there's so many challenges. I mean, I couldn't imagine what you had to go through just to get a hold of some of these corporations you're working with, and work your way up the ladder, and then be like, hey, look, we're gonna play some esports. You guys down? Is that you know
At the time, yeah. I mean,
right?
now, we're so deeply entrenched with them. I mean, we're
Yeah,
all friends. We all know each other. It's really not hard to get each other's attention at this point.
there you
But,
go.
at the time, there was certainly a huge startup cost.
So the concept of CEA, talk more about how you shed some light on it. Talk more about how it evolved from HGL to what it is now complete.
Well, where HGL built stories of teamwork and friendship, we're building them and we're also telling them. So, we're really excited that, God, I remember I went to this CEA after party at Bloomberg. Bloomberg had like at some employee's house a just kind of a get together after the season, and we all sat down and we were watching. I think it was a StarCraft 2 match we were watching, and one by one, everyone kind of looked around. I asked them a question, and they all looked around and they said, "Yeah, I guess. Well, I met him through StarCraft and him through Counter Strike." And one by one, they all said, "Yeah, I guess if it wasn't for CEA, we would never have met each other."
What
And
a,
stories like that are just heartwarming to me.
oh, what a crazy culture, man! Some of my
Yeah.
best friends, I know from in game. It's crazy, and then we see each other for the first time at the cons, and there it is. There's a friendship that I'll have for
Immediately, right? Because you know each
yeah.
other already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So CEA has actually studied this quite a bit, and what we find is that people that participate in CEA tend to talk more so with their own internal teams at work, and then even more so with more external teams to their immediate peers at their job. So it builds communication within a company, which is such a cool outcome.
Yeah, and you could be in, a different department with somebody else that works with you for 10 years and not know them, right?
Right. I mean, you could
Yeah.
sit 3 desks away from someone for 3 years and never speak to them, but it turns out you both play Rocket League, and
Right.
after one season of the CEA, you're best friends.
And it's funny the comfortability level, like especially when you meet people online and in person, you've been really close. It fits right in.
Right.
It fits right in. There's no awkward
Right.
period. Well, at least for me in my personal experiences.
I
Um,
think for me, like it's really hard for me to get up and just start making friends. And playing a game with someone first gives me an easy thing to talk about, and it makes that social interaction a lot easier. So it definitely, I mean, yeah,
it's
exactly
the
what you're saying.
ultimate icebreaker, man.
Right. Right. Exactly.
The
Right. We
icebreaker,
were just yelling at each other a minute ago.
right?
Now we can certainly talk now.
And
Yeah.
we can have a beer now too.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Well, not with
So,
COVID, but any other time.
true that. True that. We could zoom from across the room.
We can Zoom.
Let's talk about charity a little bit.
Absolutely.
So you allow players to choose their own charity,
That's right.
but you do also have a handful of specific charities that you like. Talk about the importance of charity to the CEA cause.
Absolutely. The CEA really believes in the charitable mission we do. I mean, the people that participate in the CEA, we're all 40-hour, 30-hour a week workers with full-time jobs. We don't need the money. But the people who do need the money really, really could benefit from it. And the charities that we think a lot about when we think about, who we should encourage teams to donate are those that can do a lot with each individual dollar we give them. To that end, charities like Child's Play that helps children that are just bored in hospital rooms with bad illnesses. That means a lot to us. The American Cancer Society comes up a lot. St. Jude's comes up a lot. These are all organizations that every time you give them a dollar, they do really big things with that dollar, and we like them a lot.
More bang for your buck, and pretty much every event you do is attached to a charity. Is that correct?
More or less, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Hmm.
Keep that going, man. The world will be a better place for it. We appreciate it.
We hope so. Yeah.
So you've worked with some massive companies: Adobe, Amazon, Capital One, Discord, geez, IBM, Google, Facebook. I don't think I really need to go on, but what are your plans moving forward? All right, so midway through 2020, and then what are you going to do to adapt these plans into today's world?
Yeah, so I think the biggest plan going forward is twofold. First, we really want to improve the player experience. And what I mean by that is, people love to talk about the prestige of the CEA of, if you're the team that won the CEA Rocket League championship, that's a big deal for you and you like to talk about it. Well, wouldn't it be great if you could see that represented somewhere that's kind of ongoing and thriving, a badge somewhere on a profile on a website or an application somewhere. We want people to be able to see that, and then just week to week to have a better experience. Make sure the team building and the friendships are not being interrupted by a bad technical experience. So that's very much on our plate. But much more than that, and what we're really excited about is telling the stories of the CEA, getting more captains up on camera, having pre-game and post-game interviews, getting more games cast, getting this out to the internet, so that when the finals come around, we don't have 100 people watching, we have 10,000.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's all about the viewership, and these people deserve to be seen.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's we can't do the big live in person events right now. Hopefully, within the next year that'll change. But everyone's got to step up their broadcasting right now, and putting some backstory on it, I think would really make it look good. We look forward to seeing your changes that you implement here this year, and set us up with your social media. Tell us where to find you. Give us the directions, man.
Yeah, so twitter.com/corporate esport. We're easy to find there. Twitch.tv, we have all sorts of different channels there. CEA _ the game name is usually the way to go. So twitch.tv/corp esport or twitch.tv/Overwatch, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, SC2, etc. is where to find us there.
And just finally, is there anything else you'd like to add that we missed that you feel that needs to be heard?
Just get ready for our fall season. We'll be opening up registration in just about a week here. You can find us at cea.gg. If you and your coworkers want to play, we'd love to have you.
All right, and we can find the brackets there. Like, we can actually see brackets with the company names, or does it go by the players?
Brackets are found on Gilded, which is our tournament management
Gilded?
platform. You can find a link to Gilded on cea.gg.
On CE.G. Okay, cool, man. So check out those brackets to see all the action. You can watch Intel beat Facebook and Amazon beat Discord. It's going to be insane. Thank you so much for being here, man, and congratulations on all your recent success. And we wish you well going forward, and we hope you raise another $300,000 in the next couple of years for charity. And once again, man, thank you.
You too, my friend, and have a great day.